KovaQ. He dominated in their game last week up against Foot. The ISO was unstoppable. But now we'll see how he matches up against Heretics, who are already on that deep push, making it up to the trap, breaking it, and putting some pressure on Benji, who, as Sue said, has had some slower starts when it comes to most maps this stage.
In the meantime, the rest of the side are already into that A side, but they are being slaughtered alongside it. It is domination. Well, you mentioned, well, benjyfishy. He's got to try and take 4 down. They are lined up both sides of the map as well, so there'll be no ease off. But very aggressive start, and actually the use of the vulnerability in combination.
Make those Vitality players on A into a bit of an aggressive stance. Try to get them to push into MiniBoo or into Boo himself.
It's bare minimum. They're hoping for a rotation. Derke, okay, that's bold. That's very bold. You mentioned it. It seemed like bait, and well, Derke completely fell for it. They've done some decent damage on the other side, and KovaQ even popping that shield in the hope of finding someone. But now the rotation's gone back towards that A site again. This leaves B completely open, but the smoke is deterring them for the moment.
Yeah, flash through, and they're right on the site. Yoru out of flashes, but that's just fine for this squad. They've got a plan out of this situation. They've got that deep control with Woot towards the gong, but Last is going to be weeded out. The reveal has caught MiniBoo, though. The trade's good for now. An easy pickup for Woot. He flew under the radar. They didn't expect to play her on gong, and now it looks like Vitality have no chance of winning this round. Shock Dart not even doing that much damage, and Woot faces beginnings for Team Heretics. Another direct approach. This time Benji not going to be picked early, but Boo will. That's feel a little bit unnecessary to go for anything aggressive, and you can see how passive they're currently holding. This B site is the point of contention, but again, the openers go the way of Heretics. Woot to kick things off, and while that ultimate that would have been great in a retake is gone. And a thorn in the side with MiniBoo destroying the camera inside of Garage. They now don't know about their back. They'll make up for it by pushing forward quickly, taking that space back.
Too low.
KovaQ almost went down as well. His shield's been broken. Shots back from Woot will take him out. There's the capitalization on the camera being taken out early. MiniBoo wraps around and the round is over. Win or lose, you will be taken down when you...
The worst thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry, MiniBoo, I'm a huge fan, but that's the... I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. Nice deep breath, and let's all try and forget what we've just seen, because I really wish I could.
You're not alone in that. I think MiniBoo is going to want to quickly forget that round, but the consequences of it will still be felt as we come into this with minimal investment from the side of Team Heretics. In my rank game, the comms are not going to be great. Let me just say that.
Well, a 2v4.
I must wait.
Definitely a chance for a plant, but I like the fact that Vitality are just playing this one as a retake. Not going to risk too much, don't want to overface and give these players anything back, because although there was a blunder, I see RieNs on a site with a Guardian, and I still believe Boo, well placed. That's the first, the second as well. Okay, maybe they're going to respond to me.
That is cerebral play. You don't often see it. And I'm sure he's going to stick with that storyline when we go to an interview later.
I wish I had a big brother like Boo, where I
rifle to play with as well. You're not going to put that in many rounds at this point, but if you find a pick or two, perhaps it could be considered. What is going on? UNFAKE's got a double. Now there's a chance. That ult could be invested, but KovaQ's not in the spot to do so. Instead, he's just going to walk around the trap set too deep. He's already past it. He's got the sight line onto benjyfishy, and Heretics crumbling after that previous round. It's a 2v4, and those weapons very recoverable for the remaining Vitality members.
Oh, already though, MiniBoo and Boo. Back-to-back 2v4s. I'm here for it.
Decoy.
Got themselves a dimensional drift, but not going to be used now. MiniBoo needs to defend Big Bro, and he's already been caught by the paranoia. Managed to fake the steps out, catch their gaze instead, and doesn't quite manage to win the fight. The shield keeps one alive, and Redemption expect to come out on top.
Even with how the season's gone for them so far, they're 2-0. They haven't been defeated. That is a bold move from Kiggs. KovaQ needs to make up for it here, catching one, but it's the decoy that he pulled into his ultimate. Good reaction by MiniBoo to so quickly put that down.
I hate that that works, I'll be honest with you. And while MiniBoo, he's definitely lived to tell the tale. He's even caught Derke as well. KovaQ looking for a response, and Boo just waiting on the corner. Finally, Vitality have found their first. I'll be interested to see how committed, and especially with the ult now, no value in it.
They'll sit outside. Recon online for UNFAKE could make the difference. A few shots through the smoke to turn the tide in their favor, but the weapons in their hand perhaps more valuable.
Have been very audacious. Like, they've been trying to catch players on Heretics off
deep, but they could come
30 seconds
through
left.
Garage to the C site. So Derke has to back off. Now playing towards B. It's going to be a tough fight for Kicks. He can't find one before going down, and the rest of the squad locked out, or so you would think. KovaQ goes in for the battle. Even with one side smoked, his teammates couldn't help out, but he wins the fight anyways. Less on the MiniBoo. Numbers starting to fall off for Team Heretics as KovaQ finds another one! His third of the round now on the board! A shock dart! So careful of this operator on the angle, and it very nearly goes wrong.
It's you and me.
Immediately. UNFAKE's going to respond though. It is going to be that battle, and KovaQ's won it anyway. The fight hasn't been going the way of Woot so far. benjy's managed to take some space at least, but not quite able to isolate the fight. It is going to be some damage done, but it's this man that they need to worry about. He's been so deadly in the same position again and again, and Vitality. The shots and the steps, so may be able to call the rotation. A 3-player push into middle as well. They're leaving him behind, and that's all he really wanted. Get rid of that controller. A lot more risks, and he's made it back on the cross into the site as well. Timed this decently well, but he doesn't know the MiniBoo's already crossed. It doesn't matter though. He has support, he has his teammate, and that means that benjy will lose his life as well. 30 seconds for Heretics. Well, they're going to need another clutch scenario.
Cross being watched as well. Les almost loses his life, but gets the information for the squad. They now know these players are on B. They certainly do with the plant, and Woot's been spotted as well. Nice shot onto KovaQ. Kicks down as well. Okay, now we've got a game on our hands for Heretics. The control doesn't stop here. They go deeper and take down Derke. A 2v2 HP advantage now for Heretics. The time ticking in their favor. UNFAKE spotted as well. They haven't seen Les until now. Woot's picked him off, and the advantage firmly in Heretics' favor. UNFAKE, he's had some good rounds, but last time they had pistols. They didn't peek together, but this time it's different.
Opportunity for it here.
It's funny as well. I was going to compliment Vitality for, you know, even look at Derke on the A site jumping over to clear long, and the fact that UNFAKE goes in to fill the space. They've been on the same sheet so far, but they crumble towards the end of that round. Now the C site overrun with an opening pick, and Hunter's Fury looks to pad the gap. Fired in. The shield can protect you from the first, and he jumps over the third.
Well, RieNs also just didn't care. He was just like, I'm just going to plant, and if you hit me, that's fine. Advantage taken. Blank. Managed to get past the trip. benjy already picking off one of the teammates though, and it seems like he is well aware of this. Kicks has managed to create a distraction though. Derke very wary of some of these corners, but he kind of has to pick up the pace. Kicks is still going strong though, and now Derke shows his presence. It's going to be left onto MiniBoo holding that cross. The first already connected, and he's going to try and bait things out, but it's already being stuck all the way. He has to run, and he hears a player step off of it. He knows he's not defusing at this stage, and I think that time should already be gone.
They're in the pistol. It will be a pacey start, or at least that's what they want Heretics to think. Looking towards the B site, putting on the pressure, and then looking for the rotation into C. It's being watched, and benjy already drops the shield. Got a challenge up close, and he'll win the first. KovaQ able to stabilize him with Derke. A snake in the grass, he finds one, and gate crashes back towards their spawn. A good reset for him with a potential late round flank into garage. While the spike is being planted uncontested. Heretics now a man behind. Have to try to find some answers to this problem. Derke slipped the net. He's made it through the B site. They're watching for him, but only here and there, and he catches the timing perfectly.
Standing ahead.
It's all right though. These are the scenarios, if anything, that Heretics have been better. Put them into 2v4s, and somehow they managed to steal rounds away. RieNs already with a nice start. KovaQ covered under pressure. And now the remaining two playing from afar. The problem is that time. And they don't know exactly where they're playing from. RieNs trying to hold the line as that diffuser's already been half. And they're just going to try and stick it. RieNs has almost managed to do it. The shock dart, it's going to lean in. And he's managed.
Well, we had an ace with it earlier. Maybe that's what he's after. Nice opening by MiniBoo. The gate crash allows you to take a lot more risks, and you have to wonder where was the cover from window to allow that
being kept. The thing is, though, this trip that's been placed is mainly just a kill trip. It's for benjy to get one kill, and then they'll look to try and play the retake together.
Won't work as no one steps past it. Good contain. Good shock dart in, and it will take UNFAKE down, but not before the spike is planted. Vitality now have time on their side, but KovaQ has to have that same backside performance that we saw from Woot earlier, but he won't fly under the radar. He won't get 3 picks handed to him. Instead, a fight for his life right away, and one that he loses. We look to Kix, taking RieNs down. The flash by space, but Kix stands in the open. Now it's all on Les, and he won't last long. benjyfishy with left side, as we're seeing. Too far away. Nice. The vulnerable RieNs, the same as we saw before. Vulnerable into Hunter's Fury, great connection, and KovaQ down, the man that has pulled them out of so many awkward positions.
Sorry, he does
before.
an entry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's my opening duel. Well, let's see if he can recover something, because losing him and the smoke that went down stops any form of re-aggression. And Vitality are left in the same spot as the start of the round, just minus one of their best players.
It is possible he entries 58% of the time. We'll never really know. Woot on the angle. On that, they now have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left.
See? And while Boo, well within the site, already utilized the paranoia, doesn't have too much support, but a potential immediate wraparound. And he's just looking to try and hold on to the back of the site. The first fight already going his way. Les needs to hold the line, and he's tagged low. Shield going to be activated, allowing
the pressure C early. An easier fight for them, perhaps, without that Hunter's Fury round.
Oh, it's an immediate TP in from MiniBoo. I was going to say, the first weapon he bought in this round was a shorty, so I was like, he doesn't plan to come back alive. Just diving in early. I think to be disruptive, like you're coming up against a squad that had 5 ultimates available. Or maybe 4 at the beginning of the round until the orb was taken. And because of that, you can't really just sit still. You can't wait for an execution off a dimensional drift, combining with that kill contract and a Hunter's Fury. So he's at least managed to get rid of one. That's not the player that you really wanted if you're a Heretics fan. He's got to try and do it with the Sheriff, and while KovaQ has managed to get them that advantage.
Yeah, it's the downside as soon as they see.
Planted.
I'm sorry.
Taken. There's a flank on the flank. Boo has got a freebie.
How did he get there?
One tap. And Les is down and out. Okay, now we're back to a 3 versus 3. Vitality not going to be too happy about how this has happened. They're back now open. A potential flank could be in play, but
Woot has ult as well.
Luckily for them, that's not the case. And indeed, the ult likely to be used. Good angle to use it towards short, still catching players deep on long. Now it's just a wall put up. They're going to try to put pressure on early. Great spam. Halfway already on the defuse. KovaQ peeks in, looking for the duel. He's been tagged up heavy and finished off eventually. And here goes the ult. But it's down to the 1v1. No one to stick it halfway. No one to confirm it if the fight is lost. And it's messy. But Woot gets there. Fight for C. They're going to pick up the pace majorly this time. Straight into the site. Hunter's Fury comes through from UNFAKE. Trying to find those players on backside. benjy still standing. MiniBoo comes through! And he gets 2! Ult to get out of here alive! And he spotted 2 players. Those are both of the remainder. He knows that he can back off completely, reset into this fight, even grab a reload while he's at it. And the time isn't against Heretics. They just have to hold the control. Wait for a player on Vitality to make a step wrong, or bide their time for the eventual retake, which is where we end up. For Vitality, they need space. They know that their opponents have the info, and where both of them are. Fighting in towards the spawn seems to be the name of the game, but that's already spotted. 2 guns ringing out. They know they're both towards the back of the site. Paranoia doesn't catch, but RieNs catches up.
Go to 0.
Nice opening shot for MiniBoo.
Immediately.
Here, that'd be great, but only one found in death. With another opening duel.
Okay.
KovaQ trading back, though. Not a bad start. Shock dart through, that's broken shield. Makes it much easier to deal with this man, but RieNs has got numbers coming through the gates. And another fight for the Sheriffs. This round is far from over.
Yeah, KovaQ now picking up the sniper. A rifle as well for less. This has gone from a scenario that, well, looked pretty much impossible to now very doable. A lot of damage done onto Woot, but he is going to be able to win the fight. And now they can get that extra little bit of information, but they're all playing close. Paranoia sent through. Les lands, and he lands on both. It's now left all onto Boo.
As the defense again looks to push to 12.
Oh, they are looking to fight. He's being revealed behind this and still fighting. Well, Les, I don't think he expected a second player to be there. KovaQ under serious pressure, but he's doing well. Tagged low, and Derke has even managed to sneak through. A lot of gaps being found, but then the fights from RieNs. He gets swapped with a shock dart. Like, this guy has been unbelievable so far. And Derke, well, there is the gap. Managing to find another. It is a peculiar round. But he now has a plant for him and A-Link control.
No shock darts left for RieNs. They seem to be a deadly piece of utility indeed. benjy's double pushed and he's caught. I think he tried to walk back through the door, but the wall was in his way. Now RieNs has to do it all. A 4-piece, 6 bullets left. He'll get the quick reload. They've left the site. They are giving him all the space in the world. You know he doesn't just have to push in. Look at the plant position. He has to be worried about players at the very top towards the gong, wrapping around the B site. And he knows now there's one towards Link. This is a tough position, and the flash just... Part of their gameplay was breaking those trips, but the ult activated on A tells them the stack on A is really where it needs to be.
Fake starts, but it's RieNs again. He has been a superstar throughout this map, in form as ever, but he will be traded out. Woot not really able to help him, but has his position been revealed? He's hit a dink. 2 players now desperately low. Shield activated as he's looking to fight, but even still they managed to... It is there. But Boo has not been cleared. And well, because of that, he's going to
be the only man without an ultimate online. They've still got all those to work with, but KovaQ's not even thinking about it. It's the shield up and the deep push through. He hears players on site, looks to fight them. Nice flash, though. That's made it difficult for him to find value. The reveal is wonderful. Great work from RieNs.
How?
They have dealt with that push beautifully. A combination of so much utility. The cage to give them a foothold. The flash out. The reveal.
Is he going to try and plant this on A?
Here.
Why not?
If he even gets there, it's going to be incredibly late. And well, the steps are definitely being heard.
Now you're done.
He's going to have to try and plant. Yeah, and it's already done. Not enough time. RieNs just going to execute. Direct approach being taken. They want to pressure C.
It's you.
They've gone off site. They stepped off site for this exact reason, knowing that the ult could come through. And it'll be nothing found, but Les even gets the double. They try to push out of garage afterwards, use their cage for cover, but they're caught off by Les. Now it's into a 3v4, and MiniBoo can't risk it. He steps back to the rest of the squad to take this fight together, but look at this. The rotation around, the deep play from UNFAKE. They've got more than enough bodies to deal with this site push, to deal with this retake, so they're going to throw a spanner in the works. UNFAKE could turn the tide if things start to slip away. The problem playing behind that smoke, it's a whiffy spray, but MiniBoo gets there in the end. Reveal destroyed. Smoke fades, but there's another to block passage for a moment, and when it falls, RieNs is there, but Les keeps on going. He's already got his triple before he's put to bed, and now it's all on kicks to keep this map alive, and MiniBoo puts him down! On this map, at least, as we go 1-0 in their favor. A chance to lock in playoffs here, and the trip has already been trapped onto Derke.
Why not shoot?
The side is taken over.
Nobody was there to help him that time. I spoke about all the support, and then it's just like him just flailing as he was put down. But hey, they've got into the post plant. That sometimes is the job of a Jet. Is you dive in first, you die, and then you look at your teammates as you hope they hold. And they're all standing within the smoke, ready for this fight.
Door breaks open. Do they go through or wait for the push? It's a little bit of both. A little bit of hesitation, and then they go firing in. It's a good job, too. The quick trades, and Les on the double. He's recovered that nicely. This could have been a very different round, but Les standing in.
With some real chip damage to be done as they now look to try and execute.
Paranoia reveal, that's going to get them info. Derke grabbing a kill off the back of it, and the Hunter's Fury flown through, catches RieNs, but benjyfishy comes in to fill the space. Only good for the two. Usually it would be good enough, but Vitality with those opening picks, they've come ahead, they found the plant, and a 3 versus 2. Look what Heretics are going to be made to do. A retake, rifles in hand, low credits though. But with only one player to the good for Vitality, it's worth the risk for this defensive side to try to get back in here. The drone coming from main alerts them to the fact that there is still a player there. Now they look to clear the site while those two are isolated. The smoke gives good options. 2 kicks and KovaQ, a flash out. Woot. Oh, he's got one through the smoke. Numbers even. UNFAKE has to hurry his pace, but KovaQ's buying time before he falls. And Woot doesn't have any left on the clock to play with, trying to get out, but he's...
Vitality, as they look to try and respond. MiniBoo in an aggressive position. All he really wants is one, and that's what he'll get.
Yeah, the flash sent over, it delayed his peak, but that almost worked in his favor. Isolating the 1v1. Spams have already done so much damage. MiniBoo close to finding his second pick, and now looking for his third, but Les is the one to put a stop to it. Still, into a 4 versus 3. Vitality gets site control. They'll grab a plant off the back of this, and Les's hat off his head for the info. We'll know where these players are. Going to give them the space, but not yet going for the plant.
Yeah, they're giving him time. That's what it is. They know if they plant, the execution back into the site is likely to begin, and they want him to be just that little bit closer. A chance that maybe as well the opponents have already gone to clear this with how much time was left on the clock. He does need to get a move on though. The other 2 players starting to get closed in on. Les has done his job. That is the flank, and he's done extra already. His 3rd kill of the round, but his teammates are dwindling, are falling. It comes down to the 1 versus 1. But he knows that he has the time on his hands. Always clever in these scenarios.
And the rest of the squad moving towards the A site. Flash already in, dash on the back of it. Derke's got a little bit of space. He'll wrap around the gen. Nade pushes Woot out into the open, but Derke goes down. Boo's got him covered. Woot's already taken one. RieNs with the Hunter's Fury finds another, and this is a wonderful stop from Team Heretics. They've not even taken a blow Valorant to Woot.
Well, that's about as low as a player can be. 3 HP from the operator shot. He does get pretty close. The shields will at least regenerate. MiniBoo is trying to hold on that cross, but there are 2 players deep within the site that might not necessarily be expected, and the TP brings a 3rd. But Vitality are now going to go back the other way.
Yeah, they've made the read. You hear that TP after putting pressure towards this B site, you know exactly what you're running into. A stacked up site, not one that they necessarily want to fight. But even the baited rotation, it seems to be all this comes down to. With 20 seconds left on the clock, they hope that someone from Heretics will step off that site, will start running towards A, but they won't. They stand strong there. 12 seconds. Now the spike hasn't even made it to the site. The clock is strangling them. They need to run. They need to get in here, and they are shut out. The time too far gone. The round 1. The question is, how much this control? B main late trip reposition. It's going to give them a lot of options, but losing MiniBoo, that's going to limit them. Paranoia is through the push up from Woot, but he doesn't know about the player in the corner. Now he does. Good suspicion. Dash over for the reposition, and that has caught kicks off. That's given the spike to Team Heretics. Now they're the ones defending on the other side of the line. Boo will be forced forward. Not out into the open though. That nade not shallow enough, but Woot tries to help him. Ends up losing his life, and they know exactly where that last player is. They've got Boo boxed in, but they need to move that spike.
Is still convinced. This time, it's almost the burden of what they did in the last round, pausing in this one, and I almost think it comes down to maybe just trying to stop them instead. He's got past every single one of the trips until the very last second.
Foundation early, Vitality. Derke, he's gone straight in to this A side. He pushed them back with just a dash. Well, the Paranoia back in return was supposed to open space. Kicks was already in. He catches Woot. It doesn't blind you, it just near sights you, and he was real near to his opponent. A 4v4 though with the trade back, and the smoke causing problems. RieNs has got to bail. That should give the plant over to Vitality. All the while, there is a snake in the grass yet again.
Yeah, he's always been in their back.
They're going away.
TP to the other side because of how much ground he's cleared. The only problem is the rest of the players can't just TP in the same direction, and that's going to give a pretty hefty advantage to Heretics now. But even still, less in the post plant, a divided defense as they look to conquer.
I like these trips. The same one that got them the kill last time, it might be expected, but one towards lane is going to give them a lot of options in that late round. If they drop down, they can't be that close to swing deep into Boathouse, and it's all about running the clock down. This time, the difference being the camera's online for less. Even if those players get close, there'll be that second line of information. It's the decoy that trips the first. Shorty's in hand. This is dangerous to deal with.
The rest of the players are so ridiculously far away, and sure, that TP can be taken and will be, so that's at least a third. And the time has been a burden at times, but here we go. Hunter's Fury into the back of the site. That's going to make things awkward. RieNs, though, still does well. 14 seconds now to make this move. They've already found another. Still, two players sit at the back of the site, and they've managed to drop another. The spike not being stuck, and because of that, the clock now goes against them once again. The round already over. And Heretics,
for Vitality,
they're doing it again.
They can stop this at 9. It would be wonderful indeed, but Woot's already picked up the opening. Derke quickly coming through shorts, trapped Woot in the corner. He's going to try to get out of there, but there's someone waiting for him. Kicks is dealt with. A flash from MiniBoo buys him another fight. Those players blinded. A second goes through. He blinds himself and ends up going down to Derke. The spam, close, but not close enough. And we're back to a 2v2.
The second player still not spotted. Derke once again. Oh, it is a dangerous game. Just about surviving, but they have to be careful. Benji now looking to wrap around the door. It will be broken, and it was a nice in 2.
Stealing sight.
This pistol, a big deal for Team Heretics. They try to rush down. They're immediately put in the ground. Woot lost in the early fight. They have got boots on the ground now, playing inside the smoke. MiniBoo has to cross into hell, and it's Kicks waiting for him there. The second player doesn't fall, but he's done enough. Kept it into this 3v3. Less, though, caught, isolated inside the cage. And Heretics, they've turned this back in their favor. They've left only Derke. Man, we highlighted moments ago, this could be his half. And what a way to start it. He's already taken one, 2 more to fall, but they can swing together. He's got to be quick, and he's got to be clean.
Comfortable. But they are going to be able to bypass that.
30 seconds left.
Found it and broke it. Flash playing with still a second trap, but he has to stay alive for that to be in play. Finds his way to Boathouse, hopes that they walk right into it, but they're waiting, biding their time. But Derke through the smoke gets a double. That's an outrageous pick from him, but time running low as the rest of Heretics make it to the site, and Woot matches Derke's performance. Puts them in the lead, gets them a weapon for their troubles, and with that, RieNs puts the Hunter's Fury in. It's found its mark, and KovaQ falls! Heretics, they might be on the way to do it again, trailing at the half, but clawing their way.
Oh, Kicks. He's about to come under some pressure.
Oh, but the paranoia should have gotten him out! MiniBoo must have been giving him safe passage to the site. And what would have been a wide open site, now not so much. And the main thing is, Tom, look where the spike is. They can't really afford to split this through without main being clear, but on the way back, they're going to be caught by Derke.
Well, the bigger thing is the fact that Benji has managed to now just walk straight into the A site. He's found that information that even though they had some pretty deep footholds on B, they can now rotate into this side of the map. No Hunter's Fury to deny the plant either. It will have to be the retake, but they can also leave a player or 2 behind in some pretty aggressive positions.
Yeah, I love this double setup. The high-low in towards garden. They've snuck through the garden gate, and they're cutting deep down to the bone as Vitality lose another at MiniBoo. No, he doesn't get 2 here, surely. The classic even comes out.
Starting to see the mid-round calling from Boo. Like, it definitely, it definitely came off the back of a little bit of luck, but also just, you could understand the gamble. You've lost completely that market control. You want to try and get back in and help the team. I think Derke even catches one as they realize, okay, there's at least 3 players around this angle. Pace change, Derke's ult going to be a pivotal part, trying to take the fight, and somehow he's been sniped out of the air by a shock dart.
Yeah, that's an opening duel he's going to want to forget. Vitality losing a player. They've still got rifles on the rest.
Okay.
Oh, and UNFAKE. He's brought them the advantage. He's dropped the spike inside of main. Now they have to go fighting, and that they will, but Les is still waiting. MiniBoo. He had the gate crash, and now he has the
flank. Instead, he's going to take the early fight. Main thing will be the timing on it. That gate crash is running out soon, and I think he ended up just having to leave it. They've all gone past him, so this is a real opportunity. So sneaky, just like he was before on that B side. Nobody checking the back too. Could be for free, but it's a little whiffy. Even still, though, he's managed that first. He's breaking the window to try and bait, try and get them to look the other way. The swing is well timed, but again, hasn't quite been able to capitalize. He has taken them off that spike, but the second they tap this, he needs to swing and let.
They know that this player's on short already. Now look to execute on that with MiniBoo down. KovaQ just backs off.
30
But as he
seconds
swings
left.
in, reloading, a risk is taking the info gathered from it, but he'll lose his life to Woot. The 10 HP player still drawing breath and drawing blood along with it. A 4v4 as they close in on the site, the tap of the spike, attempting to bait them out into the open. It's Les again, finding 1-2, in fact, from up above. 12 seconds.
10
the spike
seconds left.
has to be stuck soon. They'll actually get it down. Just waiting for the smokes to fade as Les continues to frag out, leaving RieNs alone. He's got 2 to take down, both coming from heaven. He doesn't know that. He knows about Jet. And it is Derke with an off in hand. He'll bait for the other, but it ends up being their down.
They've got so many individually fantastic players, but you put him in a clutch and you just expect this guy to win, and unfortunately in this case really doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, our region full of comeback kings, evidently, and Heretics. They're looking to hammer this home. This is the buy from Vitality. I said 2 rounds needed, but Tom, you're right, it's one. It's this one with the weapons invested into, and one of them finding success on the back of the site. But Woot, he's not going to site. He's going deep into the spawn, and it's himself and Benji to find one. Now looking to force the issue. They tagged KovaQ heavy, and they're going to hunt him down, running their way to the A site, or so you think. Spike's just gone on to B. It's now TP'd out, and Vitality have got to be scratching their heads wondering, what the hell are they doing? Where are they going? Where will the push come in? And they may be about to find out the hard way.
Stopping once again. I think the second ping onto KovaQ. Who didn't want to give the spike away. Derke at the back of this site. We need to see the hero he can be, but Woot is just looking that little bit better. 20 and 13, another triple to add to the collection, and well, KovaQ, good luck from here. 42 HP, force a find. Yeah, I think holding onto the rifle holds a lot more value than anything else.
He's 40 HP. I mean, going for this is maybe inspired by...
with new pieces to the puzzle, not seen too much of from Vitality. A chance for him to be the hero we know he can be. KovaQ obviously not having a gun in this scenario is going to make things a little bit more difficult, but that's a spike. An important kill. Even if it just buys time, it may not necessarily be something that he looks to defend. But with 30 seconds left, a third player was gambled over. benjy now finding a kill on B makes things interesting, and it opens up a gap. A little bit of panic, a little bit of disarray, and now 2 have to fight to keep them in the map.
And they've got benjyfishy coming in the back lines as well. You've got to deal with this guy. UNFAKE goes back to do so, loses a lot of health in the process, but makes this a bit more manageable. Shock dart down, but it's too deep. It's not going to catch these players. The crossfire here, dangerous. A wide swing from Derke could catch one. It could catch 2, in fact. The reposition needed. The reveal is there, but Woot's got another. It's all down to